to make your get your triangular shape. So this is my sleeve. This is my sleeve. I put the paper, the pattern paper on fold. So when you'll be cutting it also, you have to put your material on fold. So after that, then you make sure you get your triangular shape. This is it. This is the center of the sleeve. Then after folding it, I needed, because it is an off shoulder, so I needed 3.5. So I added 4.5 and four. I added half inches to it. I mean, I needed 4 inches, so I added half inches to it. So I have to measure 4.5 inches here. So it is 4 inches we needed, but I needed sewing allowance of half inches. So we have 4.5 inches. This is going to be the width of our sleeve, and this is the length. This is the width, and this is the length. The width have to be shorter, while the down part of the length will be wider. So that's how you will get your triangular shape. So having measured 4.5 inches here, I slanted my way down. Then how to determine the length of the width? If you need the length to be 4 inches, just multiply it by 4. So for this, I needed I just, by the time I will be shrinking it together, the length, I don't want the length to be more than 4 inches. So I multiplied it by 4, which is 16. So this is 16 here. You can see that this is 16 we have here. And I added half inch, 1 inch sewing allowance to it to make it 17 inches. So that's the measurement we have on this line here, on this black line I did here. But because I wanted to give the down part a curve and the upside a curve, you can decide to make your own straight. If you want your own straight, this is how this is what you'll be making use. But if you want it to have a curve on the downside, you just curve your way. That is why I curved my way like this. And the upside, I also wanted a curve. So that is why I did it this way. So by the time you cut it, this is what you'll be having. So this is what I have. You can see it was on fold. When I opened it, this is what we have. So we have our triangular shape. Now, when you arrive at this stage, all you need to do is to start pleating it. So you will make sure this side you pleat it, and this side you pleat it. You make everything to align. Just this way. This is the point. Remember, this place is just the curve. So you pleat it this way. You pin it down. All right. Pick up another pleat. Pin it down. Make sure it is resting on it properly. I mean, you should pick up enough pleats, like 2.5 inches. So you have the pleat to be, it will be pleating properly. Let your pleat be pleating properly. All right, so you can see how I'm picking it, and you can see the pleat forming already, right? I'll pick up another one. Just keep pleating. Then mind you, you can see we pleated to an extent, and I told you I don't want it to be more than, the length to be more than 4 inches. I'll add half inches to make 4.5 inch. All right, so I have just one pleat to go. Okay, so before I pin it down, I need to confirm the length. Oh, we have below already, so you just have to make sure yours is enough to meet up with what you want. So I'm trying to replace it to get the exact measurement I needed. Okay, so it's more like I'm starting over again. Probably I've picked enough, more than enough pleats. Just make sure you get what you need. My own is shouldn't be more than 4.5 inches in total with the allowance. Shouldn't be more than that. Okay, we are getting there. So let me do this, then I'll measure. I'll make sure it's not more than 4.5 inches. Okay, so we have our 4.5 inches. I don't know if you're seeing it. Let me move it closer. So we have our 4.5 inches now, right? So we'll move to this second side too, and we'll be repeating the same thing, the same thing. Then while you are picking this second side, you use your hand to make sure the pleats aligns with each other, like you see me do. You can see I'm setting it. I'll pick up the second pleat now. You can see it's setting now, right? So this is what you continue to do till you finish it up. This side too, it shouldn't be more than 4.5 inches like we did for the other side. So after stitching it, I've pleated it, and this is what you'll be having. You can see the pleat is laying properly. You have a swag already. So the next thing I will be doing now, before we turn it over with our lining, from the up here, from the curve up here, I measured 2 inches, and I stitch a hand needle and a thread through it here, and I'm out at the other side, right? So you can just watch what I'm doing. We want to divide it into two. So if you so wish, you can decide to make the use of the sleeve like this. Just turn it over with your lining and join it to your armhole, and you have a beautiful swag, a swag sleeve, right? But if you want to go a step further by dividing it, just look at what I'm doing. After I'm out here, I've already notched the middle of here. This is the middle we have here. This is the middle. This is the notch, and I have another one above here. So I'm linking this. I'm picking up the swag from the middle, right? So after I come out from the 2 inches here, then I'll start picking. I pick um, the first swag. Go through the second one. I'm following the middle line, right? I'm making sure I followed the pleat at it is well arranged. I go through the third one. I go through the fourth one. Then through the last one. This is it. So I'll pull. All right. So by the time you pull it, this is what you'll be having. You'll be having two swag, right? So just secure it first. Let's secure it. I'll have to go through everything once again, just to make sure we've secured it. All right. So to beautify it the more, um, I will be adding this to it, and I'll be tacking it on the stitch. Okay, so this is what we are having. So this is what you'll be having. So this is our off shoulder line, and this is the down part. So for the down part, you can see it is not aligning well. So what we'll be doing here is to set it right to make sure it aligns properly. You can see I've done that. So we will need to stitch this here. Once you have gotten a straight line at the under back part here, you can see what we have here. So we'll be stitching it here on this way. We'll stitch it like 1 inch or 2 inch here, then like this. Here is what I'm showing you. So you can see the second one I've done already. I stitch it like 1 inch, then I close it up at the down part. So this is the way it is. And this is what we are having already. This is what we are having. So at the stage it is now, I'll be turning it over with my lining. I'll be cutting the lining now. You can see the way I'm placing it. This is the back. Yeah, this is yeah. Don't forget, I at the top here, because it's not resting well on the lining, so I made a dart here, so to make it to straighten it up. So I'll be placing it on the lining now to cut out the shape. So just like this, then we'll be cutting it out exactly the shape we have. We'll be using the lining to turn it for neat finishing. All right, so all right, so here we have it, and to turn it, you'll be placing it like this. So you'll be stitching, I'll be stitching the top here and the down here, then leaving this side open so I can use it to turn it out again. So here is how it is. Then by the time you stitch, I'll show you. Yeah, this is it. This is what you'll be having at the end of the day. This is the second side I've done. Look at it. Look at the lining. Look at the back. And look at what we are having. You can see how beautiful it is. Then the side, I use bias to tape it at both sides before placing it on the corset gown, because I'm placing it on the corset. The corset is an off shoulder. So this is the side of the shoulder, and this is the armhole line. You can see how beautiful this is. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So let's quickly do that, and I'll. Is that true? It says they are life to those who find them. They are not just good news, they are life. When the Bible says something, it says, my son, pay attention to my words. Incline your ears to my saying, it says, do not let it depart from your mouth. Keep it in the midst of your heart. Then it says, they are life, not to everybody, to those who find them, and health to their flesh. Your security is based on your knowledge. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of your times. Fear and loving